Thank you for coming to the Oldies but Goldies Cabaret. Never have I entertained such a place like this before.
Except for last year.
Yeah.
So unusual, so bizarre. The most incredible nightclub by far. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome.
Friendly, étranger, stranger.
Look who's in.
Je suis enchantée. Happy to see you. Live! Let's stay.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome in cabaret, oh cabaret, to cabaret.
Meine Damen und Herren.
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, bonsoir. Good evening.
Fingers? Comment ça va? Do you feel good? And we are people to bear. We are your hosts. You are our guests.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome to cabaret, oh cabaret, to cabaret. Here, life is beautiful. The customers are beautiful. Even the orchestra is beautiful. Have you ever seen such a beautiful orchestra?
Maybe in the zoo.
Yeah.
Even our dancers are beautiful. Your standards are too high. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome to cabaret, oh cabaret, to cabaret. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Stranger. Plus please to stay. Je suis enchanté. Happy to see you. Why but rest to stay. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome in cabaret to Oldies but
Oh, it's gonna be terrible again, isn't it?
It's going to be a disaster.
What the? You're in, please. Well, that was good.
Okay, now we gotta do something here.
What?
We gotta do something. Okay, we gotta go in the middle of the stage.
I'm not going to the middle of the stage.
Go in the down
No.
middle of the stage. Come on.
Taking my chair then.
Or take your chair.
Right here?
Yeah. All right. You got the piece of paper there? I hope it's got big print. Okay. Well, you gonna read this, right?
Nope.
Can't
No
read.
siree.
But you can't read. Can't read. I don't know if he's joking or not. All right, I shall read it. All right. In 2013, Disney released a brand new animated film, Frozen, so much, which can now be seen as a stage musical also. The film, inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Snow Queen, featured a first for Disney. Ooh, two princesses with sisterly love triumphing over all. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
The movie was a smash hit with a cast of amazing voices, including the talents of, oh my lord, Idina Menzel, Jonathan Groff, Kristen Bell, Josh Gad, and Santina Fontana. Santino Fontana, sorry. So now, quite seriously, we present to you from the musical Frozen, Love is an Open Door.
We done?
Bring your chair.
That was a disaster.
I'm always gonna be. You made me do it. How many brothers?
12 older brothers. 3 of them pretended I was invisible. Literally. For 2 years.
It's horrible.
That's what brothers do.
And sisters. Elsa and I used to be really close when we were little, but then one day she just shut me out, and I never knew why.
I would never shut you up.
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
All my life has been a series of doors with my face, and then suddenly I bumped into you.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, I've been searching my whole life to find my own place. And maybe it's the party talking, or the chocolate fondue.
But with you,
I found my
I
place.
see your face, and it's nothing like I've ever known before.
Love is an open door.
Love is an open door.
Love is an open door.
With you,
With you,
with you,
with you.
love is an open door.
I mean, it's crazy.
What?
We finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
I never met someone who
Thinks so much like me.
Jace again. Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation.
You
And I
were
just
meant to be.
Say goodbye to the pain of the past. We don't have to fear it anymore. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Life can be so much more with you.
With you,
With you.
with you.
Love is an open door.
Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?
Can I say something even crazier? Yes.
The next number from Les Miserables is about a soldier who's devastated by the loss of his friends after a battle. Although set in Paris during the June Rebellion of 1832, the sentiments of this song ring true for any soldier at any time in history who has fought for a cause that he believes in and who has lost close friends. It's especially poignant as we mark the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War, the Great War. The war that many believed was the war to end all wars. And now from Les Mis, empty chairs and empty tables.
That can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs and empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talk of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. On the table in the corner, they could see the world reborn.
and they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they have sung became their last goodbye. Lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the windows, phantom shadows on the floor, empty chairs and empty tables, where my friends will meet no more. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs and empty tables, where my friends will sing no more.
Put on a production of The Little Mermaid, a story about Ariel, a mermaid who wants to walk on land and be among the people. After she makes a deal with Ursula, the sea witch, Ariel finds herself in the company of Prince Eric. While trying to find his friend Ariel, Sebastian the Crab mistakenly runs into Chef Louis' kitchen and must hide or he will be eaten. From The Little Mermaid, this is Les Poissons.
Oh, the things I do for that girl. Over the wall, under the gutter, through the window. Oh, finally a safe place to hide. Oh no, my friends.
Attention, attention. Le menu pour ce soir, escargot, lobster bisque, tuna tartare. Holy mackerel, maintenant! Les poissons, les poissons! How I love les poissons! Love to chop and to serve little fish. First I cut off their heads,
enjoying the show? I'd like to thank the organizers for allowing me to interrupt this program to say a few words to you folks tonight. Can anybody tell me what time it is?
Happy hour!
It might be in Cape Breton, but here in the province of Nova Scotia, it is election time. And as you know, I've been your mayor for, anyway, it doesn't matter. The important thing is I'm your mayor now, and I've done great things for this city. Yes, sirree, I've turned this city around 360 degrees. And aside from the stabbings and robberies, Halifax has now the lowest crime rate in all of Canada, and that's something we should be proud of. Excuse me for a moment, please. It helps the throat, ease the throat a little bit. Oh, where was I? Oh yes, and now the next thing on my agenda is I'm going to save you all kinds of money in taxes. And I've already started doing this. A couple of years ago, yes sirree, I built the youth skate park at the Halifax Commons right across the street from the hospital. That way we don't have to send out the ambulance to recover the injured youth. All we have to do is send the doctors across the street and stretchers and bring them back. And speaking of the Halifax Commons, people play their sports for free. Can you imagine that? For free. That has to stop. It's costing this city way too much money. So what I intend to do is bring back cattle like we had back in the 1700s. Yes sirree, we'll bring black and white cows in for milk, and we'll bring brown cows in for chocolate milk. And there's a lot of money to be made in milk. And if people want exercise, they can swim across the harbor to get to work in the morning. And in fact, with the price of diesel these days, I plan on getting rid of the motorized ferries altogether. And I'm going to bring back what we had in year 1800. And that is a 9-horsepower ferry. And those horses, for their hard work all day long, they can eat and rest with the cows on the Halifax Commons. And I'll give them weekends off as well, so they'll have time to rest. And I'm also going to finish what Hurricane Juanita started. I'm going to finish knocking down all the trees down in the public gardens and get rid of all those ugly flowers. They smell way too bad. So get rid of all the flowers, and what we're going to do, we're going to grow vegetables. And we can use those vegetables to feed the cattle and the horses on the Halifax Commons. Yes sirree, we'll make good vegetarians out of them yet. And whatever vegetables they don't eat, we can take back to Spring Garden Boulevard, where we can sell it and raise some more money. Yes sirree. So there's just a few things I'm going to bear with me. My throat's getting a little raspy. That's better. So now, those are just some of the things I'm going to do. Oh yes. Now for the big news. I almost forgot. We're going to change the name of Halifax. We need to keep up with the times. I don't even know who Halifax was. Somebody from way back when, who knows who he was. So, I paid a small honorarium to each one of the councillors, and for that, I got unanimous vote on how we're going to change their name to. So, be prepared. Drum roll, please. We are going to change the name of our city to Londonderry. In honor of all the cows that are going to bring us all this money to the city, and in honor of yours truly for all the money I'm going to save you in the future. And this will be great for tourism as well, because people who think they bought tickets and a trip to Londonderry, Ontario, guess what? They'll be coming here. and spend their money here. So yes, sirree, changing our name to Londonderry will be a good thing. So, enough of what I'm going to do. Since the election is next year, we're going to have our first fundraiser next weekend out to Goldies Island, out in Halifax Harbour. And because we don't have the ferries running on the weekends, you can swim across. Get to Goldies Island, get some exercise. And if you feel that you can't do that, don't worry. We're going to have a lifeline extended to the island, so then you can pull yourself across. And if you're worried about whether you have the strength to do that, no worries again. We still have the submarine nets that we had in World War II, so we're going to string that across the harbor, so if you lose your strength on the lifeline, you won't be set adrift to sea. You'll get caught in the nets. So I hope you come out and join us. And also, we're going to have the world premiere of a new band that will be prominent across the world, I'm sure. They're called the Fraudsters. And so I encourage you to bring your credit card, your bank card, American Express, and bring cash with you as well. It's going to be a fun event. In case you're wondering what this pin is, this is my new campaign slogan, which for $100 next weekend, you can get a pin. And what it says here is, share the wow. That will be my new campaign slogan for the election. It's a sure winner. And so on that note, I think I'll let you get back to your show.
Vote for Peter.
So enjoy the show and have a good evening. Oh, there's one more thing I forgot to say. There's a great philosopher who said words of wisdom that I always use, and I use this every day. It's wise advice. You know when it's cold outside, when you go outside and it's cold. I use those words of wisdom every day. So enjoy the evening. Thank you for listening to me.
Back in the spring, Unicorn Theatre presented the musical version of Roald Dahl's much-loved story, James and the Giant Peach, featuring a cast of lovable critters, a mysterious narrator, and 2 atrocious aunts. After the tragic death of his parents, James is sent to live with his terrible aunts, Spiker and Sponge, who mistreat their nephew and attempt to profit from his giant peach. But never fear, Spiker and Sponge do not succeed. But regardless of what they lost, they still have each other. From James and the Giant Peach, here's I Got You.
Well, that's nearly everything, Sponges. I mean, really, what have we got?
You thought you could ride on the fruit of dreams, but you couldn't. So what?
You thought life would glide just like peaches and creams, but it wouldn't. Who cares?
No paparazzi asking to pose.
You want a new yacht, you can't buy one of those.
That's the way your new life goes, but in the end, you still got your best friend. And I got you. Who can replace that friend is my face? You know that it's true. I got you.
twists and tatters.
Move on!
Get over yourself. It's dreadful inside till you realize you got what still matters. What still matters? Oh, my cheekbones, my radiant youth,
Voluptuous curves and my solid gold tooth.
I'm cherry truth that she
Means the most to me.
I love you, sis.
So glad I love you.
To laugh and to share as half of a pair. Through thin and through thick, we stick to our shtick.
Always true to you, you.
Is a 1998 musical based on the 1984 film with the same name. When Wren moves to a small Midwestern town, he is shocked to discover that dancing and rock music is banned there. As he endeavors to right this wrong, he falls in love with the town and with all the teenage townfolk, including the girls there who are starved for a date. And now, from Footloose, performed by our own Bayettes and Bay Boys, here's Holding Out for a Hero.
Saturday night with no date, girls. Heavens, this is so depressing. Yeah.
What's the problem with us anyway?
We're not too needy. We're playing too hard to get. What more could we do to make them notice us? So fast, gorgeous. Only I could find a guy who would make the first move.
If only I could find a guy who, when he would kiss me goodnight, he'd take the toothpick out of his mouth.
If only I could find a guy who'd love me more than his truck. If only I could find a guy. Yeah. Where have all the good men gone? Where are all the gods? Yeah.
Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising
I'd
odds?
like to know, isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and I turn, I toss and I turn. And I dream of what I need. I need a hero.
Somewhere after midnight, on my darkest fantasies, somewhere just beyond my reach, is someone reaching back for me. Racing on the thunder and rising without me. Superman to sweep me off my feet. I need a hero. A hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for the hero till the morning light. And he's gotta be sure, and he's gotta be smooth, and he's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Where the mountains meet the heavens above, and where the lightning beats the sea. And we pray there's someone somewhere watching me. Through the pain and the chill and the rain, and the storm and the fire, I can feel his approach, the fire in the blood.
Unicorn Theater presented A Christmas Story, the musical, which is based on the popular 1983 movie about a boy, Ralphie Parker, who desperately wanted a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. In spite of hearing, you'll shoot your eye out from all the grown-ups around him. Ralphie comes up with many schemes to persuade his parents to buy him the gun. In plotting his latest strategy, which involves his teacher, Miss Shields, Ralphie fantasizes about what he would do if he actually had the holy grail of Christmas gifts. An official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle. So, from A Christmas Story, the musical, here is Ralphie to the rescue.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Shields.
Our first activity of the day will be an in-class theme entitled What I Want for Christmas. And as usual, I expect good penmanship, perfect punctuation, careful conjugation, and close attention to the margins. Margins. Margins! You may begin.
What I want for Christmas is a Red Ryder BB gun with a compass and a stock and a thing that tells time. That's right, that's right. I don't think a football is a very good Christmas present. What I really want is a Red Ryder BB gun. You never know when you might need
Teacher in trouble, so get that on the double, or she'll face her doom. Ralphie, do something!
Attention is mounting. 1 minute left and counting till she goes kaboom!
Won't you help me, Ralphie? Tell this scoundrel to surrender. I'll save the day. Oh, he's got me, Ralphie. I could die in this disaster. Faster! Hold on, I'm on my way. Ralphie to the rescue, oh, Ralphie to the rescue, oh, one thing to do, time to turn to old blue, now let her go. Yippee-ki-yo, my hero! We're stuck in a stick-up.
We've got some cash to pick up and fill the bag with loot.
He's telling the teller.
Now hand it over, fella, or I'll have to shoot. Engineer!
Won't you help us, Ralphie? Tell this girl to release us. Don't let me die.
Try and stop me, Ralphie.
Hope you're ready for some payback. Stay back or get the FBI. Get the FBI. Ralphie to the rescue. Oh, Ralphie to the rescue. Oh, he's here to book every bank robbing crook. So let that door. Yippee-ki-yo!
Easter Parade was a 1948 film featuring music of Irving Berlin. Its stars were Judy Garland, Fred Astaire, and Peter Lawford. Several Broadway dancers fall in and out of love in a series of song and dance numbers. Easter Parade won the Academy Award for Best Original Musical Score. Now, from Easter Parade, here is A Couple of Swells.
We're a couple of swells. We stop at the best hotels, but we prefer the country far away from city smell. We're a couple of sports, the pride of the tennis courts. In June, July, and August, we look cute when we're dressed in shorts. The Vanderbilts have asked us up for tea.
We don't know how to get there, no siree.
No, sorry. We would ride up the avenue, but we haven't got the price. We would skate up the avenue, but there isn't any ice. We would ride on a bicycle, but we haven't got a bike. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, and we walk up the avenue's what we like. Wall Street bankers are we, with plenty of currency. We opened up the safe, but we forgot where we put the key. We're the favorite lads of girls in the picture ads. We'd like to tell you who we kissed last night, but we can't be cats. The Vanderbilts are waiting at the club.
But how are we to get there? That's the rub. That's the rub.
We would sail up the avenue, but we haven't got a yacht. We would drive up the avenue, but the most we had on you till we're wed.
Get Me to the Church on Time is a song composed by Frederick Lowe, with lyrics written by Alan J. Lerner, for the 1956 musical My Fair Lady, which is based on George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. My Fair Lady's debut run on Broadway starred Julie Andrews as Eliza Doolittle, a Cockney flower girl who takes speech lessons from Professor Henry Higgins so that she may pass as a lady. Set in the early 1900s, the plot of My Fair Lady involves Alfred P. Doolittle, the father of Eliza and a dustman, who has received a surprise inheritance of £4,000 a year from an American millionaire, raising him to the middle class. Consequently, he feels he must marry Eliza's stepmother, the woman with whom he has been living for many years. Doolittle and his friends have one last spree before the wedding. The song is a plea to his friends not to allow his drunken shenanigans to cause him to stray from his path, as well as, for God's sake, get him to the church on time.
A few more hours until you tie the knot.
There are drinks and girls all over London, and I gotta track them down in just a few more hours. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Kick out the rumpus, don't lose the compass, but get me to the church on time. I got to be there in the morning, spruced up and looking in me prime. Girls come and kiss me, show how you miss me, and get me to the church on time. If I am dancing around the floor, or if I'm whistling, put me out the door. For I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper, let's have a whopper, then get me to the church, get me to the church. For God's sake, get me to the church on time.
He's getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime.
Drug me and kill me, stab me and mail me, but get me to the church on time. I got to be there in the morning, spruced up and looking in me prime. Hail and salute me, then haul off and boot me, and get me to the church on time. If I am lying, then shoot me down, or if I'm wooing, get her out the town. For I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Feather me and tar me, then call up the army, and get me to the church, get into the church. Oh, just get into the church on time.
Someone is reeling on to bed now. Morning is spearing up the sky. Morning is waking, daylight is breaking. Good luck, old chum. Good health. Goodbye.
I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Hail and salute me, then haul off and boot me, but get me to the church, Get me to the church. For God's sake, get me to the church. On time.
From High School Musical, which was a hit movie with numerous sequels that has also been performed as a stage musical. High School Musical centers around a diverse group of students becoming friends through their beloved musical performances. The song, What I've Been Looking For, is performed by the dynamic duo Sharpay and Brian, who were usually the leads. Now the duo is back for a high school reunion and to reminisce about the old days. Here from High School Musical is What I've Been Looking For.
Sharpay, great to be back at this time. It hasn't changed a bit since we were kids here 50 years ago.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just a reunion. It's not like I'm here to be a lead in a musical. Of course, when I say I mean we, Ryan. I mean, we always have the leads in all the musicals every single year, except for one.
Oh, yeah, that senior year. That
Gabriella and Troy.
I heard they eventually got married.
Yeah, and then divorced. I mean, serves them right. I mean, after all, they could have had all of this.
That's right, sister. That's right.
Whatever happened to them anyway?
Well, I heard Troy was some big basketball star.
Oh yeah, I remember. Last I heard of him, he was the water boy for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, I heard Gabriella was singing Happy Birthday to kids at the cake. Let's do a number for old time's sake.
No, I don't think so, Ryan. I mean, I have nothing to wear, and I forgot to shave today. I mean, look what happens when I forget one day. Sure, I guess my hair's growing in places it didn't used to. Your sense of decor has gone right out the window.
Come on, please, just come on. Come on.
Okay, let me go back there and see if I can find something to wear.
Okay.
Be right back.
I've been waiting for this for years. Oh, relived my youth. Oh, I had such good sense of style. Buy these puppies. Oh, she'll never forget. Oh, we had such good memories. So I'm just gonna get myself ready. Yeah, that's what it was. This could be the start of something new. It feels so right.
Hey, Ryan!
Yeah.
Look, I found one of my old dresses, and it still fits!
I don't think so, Sharpay. No, I don't think so.
Hey, I'm ready!
Come on.
Ready? We're ready! Okay, stretching and vocal warm-up. Follow my lead.
Some things never change. Sharpay. I'm falling and I can't get up.
The good thing I've kept myself in superb physical condition over the past 50 years.
Yeah, right. Downward dog.
Ryan! Ryan!
I'm busy here.
Ryan!
Yeah, what? Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. Good thing you kept yourself in
stupid Jasper's Ryan.
To her gorilla can dumb it down again.
So good to be seen, so good to be heard.
Don't have to say a word. For so long I was lost. So good to be found. I'm loving having you around.
This feeling's like no other. I want you to know I've never had someone who knows me like you do, the way you do. I've never had someone as good for me as you. No one like you. So lonely before I finally found what I've been looking for. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Wah-ha-ha-ha. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Wah-ha-ha-ha. You,
No, you.
no, us.
Admiral or
Oh, let me take a look here. Let me see. Yeah, thank you. Here you go.
oh, thank you.
And, you got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
is that me or you?
Is from the musical In Get You Gun.
Lauren, we're singing it together.
Now, the next song I'm about to sing is Anything I Can Do, You Can Do Better. No, what I can do, I
Anything
can
you
do better.
anything you can do, I can do better.
You can.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can shoot a partridge with a single cartridge.
I can get a sparrow with a bow and arrow.
I can live on bread and cheese.
And only on that,
Yes.
so can a rap.
Any note you can sing, I can go higher.
I can sing any note higher than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Anything you can buy, I can buy cheaper. I can buy anything cheaper than you.
50 cents.
40 cents.
30 cents.
20 cents.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can sing, I can sing softer.
I can sing anything softer than you. Yes, I can.
I can drink my liquor faster than a flicker.
I can drink it quicker and get even sicker.
I can open any safe.
Without getting caught?
Sure.
That's what I thought, you crook.
Any note you can hold, I can hold longer.
I can hold any note longer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you
yes,
can't. Yes, you can.
Anything you can wear, I can wear better. In what you wear, I look better than you.
In my coat,
In your vest.
in my shoes.
In your hat.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can say, I can say faster.
I can say anything faster than you.
Again.
Yes, I
Again.
can. Yes, I
Again.
can.
Again.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I can jump a hurdle.
I can wear a girdle.
I can knit a sweater.
I can feel it better.
I can do most anything.
Can you make a pie?
No.
Neither can I.
Anything you can sing, I can sing sweeter.
I can sing anything sweeter than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
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 No,
Yes, I Elf follows the story of Buddy, an elf adopted by one of Santa's elves, as he attempts to find and then connect with his father, who has made the naughty list. The musical, which was based on the 2003 film of the same name, starring Will Ferrell, is a much-loved holiday favorite. Buddy finds out that things in New York are very different from life at the North Pole. He meets a variety of new and interesting people, including Jovi, his crush. Buddy musters up the courage to ask her out, but for some reason, he doesn't show. Here's Jovi lamenting her spoiled date with "Never fall in love with an elf."
He's several hours late, the skyline's growing dim, while others deck the halls, you dream of decking him. My choice in men has always been pathetic, I suppose. The guy who stole my credit cards, the guy who tried on my clothes. And so a row of self-help books lines my bedroom shelf. Well, there's one rule those books forgot: you never fall in love with an elf. His endless talk of Christmas town will test your every nerve. But still, he's kind of cute, I guess. Well, if you grade on a curve. And though you vowed you'd never sing, just look at yourself. You're halfway through a Christmas song called "Never Fall in Love with an elf." The holidays may seem bittersweet when you're alone in bed, but how can one girl ever compete with a magic fat guy on a flying sled? Go ask 100 single girls from here to Philadelphia. They'll say it's clear as day you're in for sleepless nights if you date a guy who has a thing for tights. Oh, never fall in love. Never fall in love. Never fall in love with an elf. It's as clear as a jingle bell. If you are single, well, don't fall in love with an elf.
Spamalot was a 2005 musical comedy Broadway show adapted from the 1975 film Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Written by Eric Idle, it's a parody of the story of King Arthur's search for the Holy Grail. It was nominated for 14 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. Our Oldies have featured several popular scenes from this production in our previous performances, and now we're back with a damsel in distress. And always look on the bright side of life. From Spanela.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, my heart's desire? My heart is true, but where
Stop
are
it!
you? Only
Stop it!
you can quench
Stop
the
it!
fire.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Where are you?
Stop it! One day, lad, all this will be yours.
What? The curtains?
No, not the curtains. All that you can see out there, the hills and the valleys of this land. This will be your kingdom, lad.
But mother!
Father, lad, father.
Right. I don't want any of that. I would rather...
Rather what?
I would rather just sing, where are you?
No! Stop it!
Where
Stop
are
it!
you?
Stop it! So listen. In 20 minutes, you're marrying a princess whose father owns the largest tracts of open land in all of Britain.
But I don't want land.
Listen, Alice.
Herbert,
Herbert, listen, Herbert. Herbert, we live in a swamp. We sell bloody mud for a living. We need all the land we can get.
but I don't like her.
You don't like her? You don't like her? What's wrong with her? She's rich. She's famous. She has huge tracts of land.
I want the person I marry to have a certain special something, and I want to be able to start to play.
Stop it! Stop it! Now listen. You're marrying the princess. You're marrying Princess Lucky, and you better get used to the idea. Guards! Make sure the prince doesn't leave this room until I come to get him.
Not to leave the room, even if you come and get him.
No, until I come to get him.
Until you come and get him, we're not to enter the room.
No. You stay here and make sure he doesn't leave the room, right?
And you'll come and get him.
Right. Got it?
We don't have to do anything apart from just making sure he doesn't enter the room.
Leave the room.
Leave the room.
Right. Got it?
If.
All right, what is it?
If.
Look! It's rather simple, really. You stay here, and you make sure he doesn't leave the room.
Right. Oh, I remember. Can he leave with us?
No, he can't leave with you. You just stay here and
Oh,
make sure...
yes. We'll keep him in here, obviously. But if you had to leave and we were with him...
Just make sure he stays in the room!
Until you or anyone else...
Not anyone else, just me.
Just you.
Gets back.
Get back.
Right.
Right. We'll stay here until you get back.
Don't let him leave the room.
What?
Don't let him leave the room.
The prince?
Yes, the prince! Don't let the prince leave the room!
Oh, yes, of course. I thought you meant him. It seemed rather daft, me having to guard him when he's the guard.
You stupid man.
Oh, quite clear, no problem.
Good. Where are you going?
We're coming with you.
No! You stay here. Make sure he doesn't leave the room!
Oh, I see, right.
And no singing.
King Arthur looking for my men. Would you care to join me?
None shall pass.
I see. Well, good Sir Knight, I have no quarrel with you, but I must pass this way.
And you shall die.
I command you as King of the Britons to stand aside.
I move for no man.
So be it. Yield, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
What? A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it's not.
What's that?
I've had worse.
You liar.
Come on, you pansy.
Victory is mine. We thank you, Lord, for in thine mercy.
Come on, then.
What?
How about you?
You are indeed brave, good Sir Knight, but the fight is mine.
Oh, had enough, eh?
Look, you stupid bastard, you got no arms left.
Yes, I do.
But look,
Just a flesh wound.
give me a flesh wound.
Arms for the poor! Arms for the poor! Arms for the poor! Arms for the poor!
The Black Knight always triumphs. I am invincible.
You're a loony.
Chicken, chicken.
Come along, Patsy.
Come back, I'll gnaw your legs off. All right. You call it a tie then. Huh. Some things in life are bad. They can even make you sad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
If life seems slightly rotten, there's something you've forgotten that makes you laugh and smile and dance and sing.
If you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. Must always face the curtain with the past.
Forget about your sin! Give the audience a grin! Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow!
Always look on the light side of death. And before you draw your terminal breath,
Life is just a pit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You see it's all a show, keep on laughing as you go.
just remember that the last laugh is on you. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side. 'Cause life is quite absurd, and that's the final word. You must always face the curtain with the bow. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Side of life. Side of life. What's that? Excuse me, madam, is that a shrubbery?
It's just a change. How will leave it alone?
Could I buy it from you? Robbery.
Certainly.
Passy, pay the woman. Shrubbery? Oh.
Shrubbery.
Mother! Mother!
Father! Alice, father!
Herbert.
Herbert.
What do you want me to do with this?
We found the Holy Grail, now our quest is over.
Oh, yes, new leg.
This afternoon. I'd like to thank our technical crew. We've got Doug and Alex and Darren and Owen back there. Darren behind the curtain and coffee. She's organizing the canteen and did the spiel. She's got half the Danica, Melissa, and Owen. Your tickets are Teddy. I'd like to thank Tim and Kelly. I think you're in the audience. Can you holler, Tim? The whole center here clean and organized, and Tim installed our brand new floor. Isn't that great? We thank our cast. We had a great cast this year for our oldies. We had a lot of fun putting it together from the start of designing it, rehearsing it, and then presenting it to you folks. Really like to thank you, our audience, for coming out. If we didn't have people who were interested in coming out to see us, it wouldn't be any chance of doing a show like this. So thanks to everybody for coming out. If anyone wants to join the oldies, just let us know. We're having a lot of fun, and we're always interested in having new people come out. Next year, around the same time, we're going to do this again, so make sure you look for the flyers and information on next year's Oldies show, and it's going to be a real catastrophe.
Oh, disaster!
Disaster.
Also, if you haven't got your tickets or reservations made yet, Punk Jr. is playing the next 2 weekends, and that's where the people involved with Unicorn Theater really have the talent, the youth.
These guys here.
Come on here, right.